figured it out. Neurotypical people, they talk just to be social. That's what small talk is. It's just to be social and to be around other people.
I agree with this creator because neurotypicals tend to gather information on you to see how higher up in the hierarchy that you are, right? They don't simply just go based off of metrics of, oh, I think this person could be my friend, or this guy has good talking points, right? A lot of times when I talk to neurotypicals in my own individual life, I recognize them sizing me up in the conversation. The main questions they will ask you is where you work, right? Okay, what are your friends like? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to see like what type of friends you have or something like that. And they don't really dive into deep topics, right? I noticed that they don't really dive into deep topics. They more so are checking your vibe out more than anything, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that they're very based on how you make them feel. A lot of people are, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are based on how you make them feel. But the thing is, they kind of take it to heart, right? You can be saying the most impactful information towards them, right? But because it's not in a feel-good way, a lot of times they will shun it away. You know what I'm saying? You can be saying something that is very informative and in an impactful way, and they're like, wow, you're a genius, wow, right? Because you had some type of relevancy and you were able to relate that topic to them in a more concise, conformable way. Now, when you're not able to do that and not able to process packaging that because you feel like the other person to see your intentions, a lot of times they look at you in a certain disdain, even if you told them nothing wrong. It could just be your tonality. It could just be the way your eye contact was a little bit too strong. It could just be, your facial expression made it seem like you were mad, so I just thought you were mad at me, so I didn't listen to anything that you said. Meanwhile, talking to neurodivergence, we understand that facial expression doesn't mean everything. You know what I'm saying? If the person is attentive, if the person is willing to talk and go back and forth and debate the topics, right? We know that eventually the person will warm up in conversation. A lot of times neurotypicals have this ideal that if you're not ready to go right then and there, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily be like, oh, the person's not interested in you or the person's not interested in connecting with you. It's simply that they're going based off of feelings, logical based platform standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And not just be like, damn, like, wow, like, this is what it is. And even myself being more social and going out there and trying to network with people and trying to establish more of a connection in just communication. I find it hard sometimes and difficult in certain areas where it's not necessarily about what I'm saying now, because I know that what I'm saying is pretty impactful. Some people be willing to connect with me and stuff like that. But I notice on my off days, right? When I'm having off days, when my tonality is just not on par, or like maybe something that I'm doing, my facial expression in that split second that I say hello or good morning or whatever it is, right, is not up to their standard. They're simply like shutting away. They'll just shut it away and they'll act like I never even said anything to them. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll try to be like, I gotta go. But I don't understand it. I don't think we're supposed to understand it. You could say you could try to cope with it, mask with it, whatever, this and that with the whoop. I think honestly it's down to whatever you want to do. Like if you need to connect with these people, then yeah, maybe try to see them on a level head. Maybe if it's somewhere in the office setting or a job, whatever, where you guys have to collaborate on projects or something. Yeah, it would help to learn about like emotional, your emotional and your tonalities and stuff like that. But if it's somebody in passing, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It's not always worth going through that trouble, because here, the way you start is the way you finish. You know what I'm saying? So if you start off on the wrong foot with somebody, you're always going to be on the wrong foot with somebody. So the whole time you're in a relationship with somebody, it's going to be playing catch up. So instead of playing catch up, just be true to you. You know what I'm saying? And I realize that's why authenticity will set you free. You will find your group, you'll find your tribe, you'll find your people who naturally match your base level frequency. So none of this extra shit that you have to do in society or whatever should really matter, as long as that person is genuine to who you are at the core. So hopefully this helps, and peace.